Your credit card company sent you a bill this month. The minimum payment, $35. You pay it, feel responsible, and move on. But here's what that statement didn't tell you. That $35 you just paid, almost none of it went toward your actual debt. Most of it went straight to the credit card company as profit. You didn't reduce your balance. You rented your own debt for another month. And the worst part, the system was designed to work exactly like this. According to the Federal Reserve, 78% of American workers live paycheck to paycheck, and credit cards fill the gap. You use them at the grocery store, at the gas pump, for the electric bill when it spikes in summer. You're not being reckless, you're surviving. But here's where it gets dangerous. The average American household carries about $6,500 in credit card debt, and most people only pay the minimum each month. That minimum is usually 1% to 3% of your balance. On $6,500, that's somewhere around $65 to $195 a month. Sounds manageable, right? That's exactly what they want you to think, because that small, comfortable payment is how they keep you paying. For years, sometimes decades, the minimum was never designed to get you out of debt. It was designed to keep you in it, comfortably enough that you never fight back. Here's the part nobody explains clearly. Your credit card interest rate isn't charged once a year. It's charged daily. If your card has a 24% annual interest rate, the company divides that by 365. That gives you a daily rate of about 0.65%. Sounds tiny, but it's applied to your entire balance every single day. So, if you're carrying $3,000, the card charges you about $1.97 per day in interest. That's roughly $60 in interest in a single month. Now your minimum payment comes due. It's $35, but $32 of that goes toward interest charges. Only $3 actually reduces your balance. You started the month owing $3,000. You paid $35, and now you owe $2,997. $3 of progress. That's it. Next month, the same thing happens. And the month after that, your balance barely moves, but the credit card company collects $32 from you every month. Like clockwork. This is called amortization. It means your early payments are almost entirely interest. The actual debt reduction happens at a crawl. And they don't put this breakdown on your statement in a way that's easy to understand. They show you the minimum. You pay it. And you think you're making progress. You're not. You're feeding the machine. Let's walk through the full math. You have a $3,000 balance. Your interest rate is 24%. Your minimum payment is calculated at 2% of the balance, or $25, whichever is higher. Month 1. Your balance is $3,000. Minimum payment, $60. Interest charged that month, about $58. Principal paid, $2. Balance remaining, $2,998. Month 6. Your balance is $2,975. Your minimum dropped to $59. Interest charged, still around $57. Principal paid, $2. You've been paying for half a year. You've sent the credit card company about $354 in payments. Your balance went from $3,000 to $2,975, $25 of progress in 6 months. Now let's fast forward. After year 1, you've paid roughly $700. Your balance is about $2,940. After year 3, you've paid about $2,000. Your balance is still around $2,700. After year 5, you've paid over $3,200 total. Your balance is still over $2,300. You've already paid more than the original amount you borrowed, and you still owe $2,300. If you keep paying just the minimum on that $3,000 balance at 24% interest, it takes over 17 years to pay off. And the total interest you pay? $4,800. Let me say that again. You borrowed $3,000. You paid back $7,800. That is the cost of minimum payments. That extra $4,800 didn't buy you anything. No groceries, no gas, no electric bills. It went straight to the credit card company. And here's what makes this even worse. According to a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau report, 29% of credit card holders only make minimum payments. That's nearly 1 in 3 people, trapped in the same cycle, paying almost $8,000 for $3,000 worth of life. Now let's talk about who benefits from this system. In 2023, credit card companies collected over $130 billion in interest charges from American consumers. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, that's more than the entire GDP of some small countries, and it comes directly from people like you, carrying balances month to month. Here's how the game is set up. Credit card companies make money 3 ways. First, interchange fees. Every time you swipe, the merchant pays 2% to 3% to the card company. Second, late fees. The average late fee is $32, and according to the CFPB, companies collected over $14 billion in late fees in a single year. Third, and this is the big one, interest. That 24% rate on your card. The credit card company borrows money at roughly 5%. They lend it to you at 24%. That's a 19% spread. Pure profit on every dollar you carry. The minimum payment formula is designed by actuaries and mathematicians. Their job is to find the lowest number you'll keep paying without paying off the debt. If the minimum were higher, you'd pay off faster. They'd make less money. If the minimum were lower, you might default. They'd lose the balance. The minimum is the sweet spot. For them, not for you. And they're not breaking any laws. The system is legal. It's just not built in your favor. Now here's the objection you might be thinking. I can't afford more than the minimum. I get it. When money is tight, that minimum feels like the only option. But here's the truth. Even a small amount above the minimum changes the entire math. Step 1. Find $50 extra per month. That's $12.50 a week. 1 less takeout meal, 1 fewer subscription, a small side gig for 2 hours a week. That's all it takes. Step 2. Apply that $50 directly to your highest interest card. Don't split it across all your cards. Focus everything on the one charging you the most. Step 3. Pay the minimum on everything else. This is called the avalanche method. You attack the most expensive debt first. Now let's see what $50 extra does to that $3,000 balance at 24%, paying only the minimum. 17 years and $4,800 in interest, adding just $50 per month on top of the minimum. You're debt-free in under 4 years, and the total interest drops to about $1,200. That's a savings of $3,600. From $50 a month, step 4. Once that first card is paid off, take the entire payment and roll it into the next card. Your snowball grows bigger every time you eliminate a balance. You don't need to earn more money. You need to redirect the money you already have. Even $25 extra changes the timeline dramatically. The key is consistency, not perfection. 2 people, both carrying $3,000 in credit card debt at 24% interest. Same balance, same rate, same starting point. Person A does what most people do. Pays the minimum every month, doesn't think about it much. The bill comes. They pay the number at the bottom and move on. After 5 years, person A has paid over $3,200 to the credit card company. Their remaining balance is still over $2,300. They've sent more money than they borrowed, and they still owe most of it. After 17 years, person A finally pays it off. Total paid $7,800 for $3,000 worth of purchases. Person B watches a video like this one. They find $50 extra a month. They apply it to their balance every single month on top of the minimum. After year 1, person B's balance drops to about $2,100. After year 2, it's down to around $1,100. After 3 years and 8 months, person B owes nothing. Total paid, roughly $4,200. Now let's compare. Person A paid $7,800 over 17 years. Person B paid $4,200 over less than 4 years. Person B saved $3,600 and got 13 years of their life back. Same paycheck, same starting debt, same interest rate. The only difference is what they knew. That's the power of understanding how your money actually works. It's not about earning more. It's about knowing where the trap is and stepping around it. This is not your fault. Nobody sat you down and explained how minimum payments actually work. Nobody told you the math. Nobody showed you where your money was really going, but now you know. And you can't unknow it. You're not someone who blindly pays the minimum anymore. You're someone who understands the game. And understanding the game is how you stop losing it. Nobody taught us this about money. So let's talk about it. Subscribe so the next lesson finds you before the next bill does.